How do I sound? Okay. We got this. All right. Just hang tight. It was this or do 2 microphones at once, and I thought that would be a little complicated. Okay. Take a deep breath with me. Inhale. Exhale all your air out. And as you do this, feel your body settling down to the seat where you're sitting. So do that again. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling all your air out downward. Stay in that space. Receptivity. In stillness, we open. Notice your body now. Is there something you can do to create an opening for more receptivity? My hands wanted to turn upward. My heart is softening a little. Maybe the muscles around my chest have released. Notice your body. What can you do to be more receptive? In relaxation, truly, we become more porous. Welcome this sponge-like receptivity that is yours now. The more relaxed you are, the more receptive you can be. This is where we play. Receive now the presence of the one, the all, of the divine heart, pure unconditional love, great creator, Mother, Father, God, universal intelligence. Receive your source now as we invite this room to be the container for this creation together. I am here. I am here. Say it to yourself. I am here. It is a miracle. I am here right now. I woke up. I am alive. I had day outside. I had a car that got me here. I am here. In every single moment, there are about 1 million, possibly 1 million trillion things we could be thankful for. The topic of this sharing is called, I can be deeply, truly happy right now. Is that hard for anybody to believe? Just raise your hand. Okay, this is going to be an easy audience to work with. Nobody raised their hand, just so you know. You already know. What about the little things, though? The traffic problems, the car that cuts you off, the long line at the bank and you have 5 minutes, the person, who is saying things that push your buttons. In those moments, can you be truly happy right then, right there? I want us to experience a place of ourselves, which is the capital S. I see the word self as, okay. All right, everybody did not participate, did they? That was one of the most interesting and exciting phone rings I've ever heard. Receive the frequency, right? Everything is here for us. Everything is here for us. So if we wanted to try to start to get serious, we just got like the Jamaican calypso phone ring, and it was beautiful, right? So you're in the bank, and there's a long line, and you're frustrated, and you're like, oh, and they're going to have to go get the manager, and oh my gosh, and you're like, how in that moment, gratitude starts us off. Oh, look, I'm at a bank. I might be late for my next thing. What if that's okay? It's not okay for Luci. I am sort of like not okay with that, right? I want to be on time. So relaxing, we just practiced that. I can then think of a gratitude. That's another option. But what if I go deeper than that? What if I just, in that 1 second where my frustration begins to enter, I go into a space of connection with presence, what we just brought into this space. That's just an odd thing to do in the bank. But in what moment am I separate from that? Even when I'm really annoyed, I'm not separate from that. This talk is about the 3D, right? Standing in line at the bank with your emotional frustration, and the eternal D, can I call it that? Some people call it 5D. I don't know what D it is. I just know it's beyond the 3D. It's beyond this physical, tangible reality, and yet it's very real. That presence is here right now. If you're like me, you can kind of feel it in the air. Maybe you don't feel it, but you sense it, or you even hear it. You can hear a feeling. So we have this opportunity today to play in a space that we won't have to forget again, and that we can have with us, not only around us, but exuding out of us in any moment. And what if it's a bigger moment than you're annoyed at the bank? What if somebody fender bendered you and you're standing on the side of the highway? That's a little bit bigger, right? What if you do it right then? What if you invite the presence? There's so many ways to connect to this that is what we are. Follow that? This that is not just outside of us, that I'm aiming to, praying to, reaching to, but that is within me. There's so many ways to reach this. How to play. One of my favorite ways. Sam and I got deep into the ancient Essene culture. Have you heard of these guys? It was the culture that Jesus, Mother Mary, Joseph were all born into. This culture revered God as mother, father. They called it Elohim, the two. How beautiful, the balance. It was a physical, tangible part of the way they connected and they worshiped, you could call it. And so the ancient Essenes used Aramaic as the language, which I've learned is a lot like Sanskrit. It's almost like a light language, a language of frequency that the frequencies create an experience of presence, for example. So translated in English, we researched the Lord's Prayer, the Aramaic Lord's Prayer. And we meditated with this beautiful prayer. And we ended up just taking the first part, the part that would essentially be, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done as on earth as it is in heaven, right? That part. And I'm going to tell it to you now because this is one of the fastest ways that I can go into the presence and then help my situation out, right? Because when you're in that presence, how much better do you already feel? Okay, we'll get there. So take in this Aramaic Lord's Prayer preview, intro. Beloved source of all radiance and vibration, soften the ground of my heart and open my awareness to the still space within me where your infinite love flows and thrives. That's where I pause. And then I continue for whatever moment I'm in. Let this moment standing in line at the bank be an opportunity for this love to animate me, for this that is within me, that is you, to speak my words, to make my actions, to even vibrate off my being. Right here in line. Doesn't even require me doing anything. I'm just asking for that to be what is first from me. What is moving me into the day, into this moment. How I will speak to the teller when I get to the front of the line. In that moment, that might be my prayer. In another moment, beginning of the day, beloved source of all radiance and vibration, soften the ground of my heart. I just woke up, I'm all groggy. And open my awareness to that still space within me where your infinite love flows and thrives. Let me feel this love all day today. Let me let this love be the thing that moves me, that walks me into the kitchen, that talks on the phone for me, that drives the car for me, that looks through my eyes at the beloveds that I will meet today. Let this be the source of my energy today. Let me remember this and feel it, and let my consciousness be blissing out in this truth while my physicality operates in the 3D. That might be a morning prayer. This is the power we each have. Because in this room, we can talk about the truth. Are you ready? There is nothing that is not divine. Nothing. There is nothing that is not divine. Now, we're looking at this not on a 3D. We're looking at this from our bigger selves, our soul's perspective. There is nothing that is not divine. This stool is divine. What is it made of? A tree. What is a tree? Whew, you can really feel divinity in a tree, can you not? It's clothing, fibers, cotton. Have you seen cotton growing? Oh my gosh. It's like a field of snow in Georgia, southern. There is nothing that is not divine. That one who's different from me. Ooh. That one who's creating a scene right now in the grocery store. They kind of had a lose it moment. Maybe they had a bipolar episode, right? It's kind of scary sometimes if you interact with that. This one is divine. That chair is divine. Now, this is a stretch for our human minds, right? It's a little hard to look at like a dead cockroach in your house and think, oh, there's God, right? But what if we played a little bit more in that space? Like, what if we played at, let's just take like, a TV screen, and you contemplate that TV screen for just a minute or two. Like, what is that? That's your simple question. What is that? It's plastic, it's glass, I think. It's light, so that must be, it's electricity. And then you think, well, where does plastic? What is plastic? What is glass? What is electricity? Ooh. And you go deeper and deeper and deeper, and I promise you, you will end up in a very spiritual place if you keep going. Well, what is glass? Well, glass is, it's sand, I think. Sand. Granules of sand. What is that? Silica or quartz or what is it? And that's a mineral. And what are minerals? Well, they're made up of, oh gosh, I see the periodic table of elements, and whoa. And you get down to ultimately the source of creation is in that TV. I mean, this is playful. I want you to play with this when you have some free time. Like, stare at the chair, in your living room that you see across from you, and what is that? Okay, it's got some metal, it's got some fluff, it's got some leather. Go there. You might find this pathway leads you to everything is divine. This is for you to play. But every time you get there in yourself, something happens in the body. Something does happen. You think, oh my gosh, a grain of sand. I just had it happen going into sand and then seeing its chemicals inside and then seeing that space. There's all this space in between everything. Right? Physics tells us this. But what is that space? What is the thing that's holding those elements together, right? Is it magnetism? What is magnetism? Right? If you keep going, I didn't mean to take it too deep, right? Like, This is a little bit small, right? But if you keep going, you get to, there's an essence to that which is. And what is that? All that is. What is all that is? Oh, well, now I'm talking about God. No, that is not God, that TV. You know what I'm saying? See this pathway? I'm telling you, if you want to entertain yourself and have some fun and bliss out all by yourself, you can go here. And now it's easier if you start with nature. If you look out the window and see a tree and a leaf, watch that leaf and how it blows funnily in the breeze like that. And it stops, and then it blows again. How is that? What is wind? Ooh, that's a big one, right? Can you feel what we're inviting our 3D minds, our 3D bodies? Our bodies imprint everything. They remember everything. To just open to a possibility, to a bit of a different perspective. Because from what I understand from my studies and trainings is that the perspective that, let's say, the masters have, let's say Jesus is a master, right? Buddha, the Gautama Buddha, he's a master. These masters ascended in their ascended states, the way they see us is so much bigger than the human 3D. And the way we see things is the human 3D, because that's what we've got all this physicality. We have things that hurt. We have things that feel good. So we want to go for the things that feel good, and we want to avoid the things that hurt. And this is natural. And honestly, it's okay. It's okay to live like this. And life will do what it does. And sometimes it gives you what you don't want. And sometimes it does not give you what you want. And in those moments, can you still be truly, deeply happy? I like the amount of yeses I just felt in here. Y'all are so advanced. It is amazing. So let's go. Let's go with this. You already know this. In every moment, you can be that centered in that divine light that never stops flowing through you. So this is something that we don't have to achieve or build or grow or study. This is what we are. We are that divine light. It flows within us. You know it, choir of light. We talk about it a lot, right? So this that is here already, why not be that in every moment? Because even when the wave crashes on your head, right, you can still go into that space that's untouched. That pure, Yogananda calls it the river of joy within. Ooh, I love that, right? That small space that, how does it go? Beloved source of all radiance and vibration, soften the ground of my heart and open my awareness to the still space within me where your infinite love flows and thrives. So that's here in every single moment, okay? Because y'all already got that part. And so when the wave crashes or the wave, you're surfing that thing, either way, you can stay centered in that glow, right? In that truth of your divinity. Ooh, I said it. Yes, can you feel it? I want you to feel it now as we talk. So just play. Just like I am a divine being of light right here in this room. I am. I couldn't be alive if I wasn't. And so I want to give us all what I keep getting when I'm studying. And this is it. Permission to feel good in every moment. You took that one in? In every moment, even the moment when someone says, oh, they passed away. Well, you cannot feel good. That is rude. That is rude. You need to, or if someone hits you with a big complaint, you won't believe what just happened with the insurance company. Oh my gosh, and this and that and this. And you're sitting there and you're like, oh, I got permission to feel good in every moment, but she's really upset, right? Okay, but here's why. This is, and I'm teaching this because I am learning it. When we feel good, when we stay in our center, when we stay gushing in that river of joy, that divine light that lives in us as us, we are thus that vibration in that moment. And so the insurance stressful friend, right? We'll call it the insurance friend. They're over here in like, an explosion. And you're here in calm. That doesn't mean you're not compassionate. That doesn't mean you're not listening. That doesn't mean any of that. It just means you aren't going down in your vibration. You get to stay present with that being of light because you can see that they're a being of light even when they want to go punch somebody, right? It happens. It's normal. You have permission to feel good in every moment. And if your friend says, you're not getting into it with me, you say, that's because I know who you are and I know you're coming out of this. You couldn't say that if you were in the fight. Yeah, those people, they're so crazy. I can't believe it. Let's go fight them. You would not give that feedback. You would not say, I know we're going to get through this. I know. You see, so the gift that you give in every moment of your life is the frequency that you are. Does that make sense? So musician here. And so I see everything as vibration. So as this vibration that you are in this very moment, if you can feel better now, your vibration blesses farther and wider. Does that make any kind of sense? So it's like the size of the rock that you drop in the pond. Take a little teeny piece of gravel, boop, and it has these cute little ripples, right? And it's super cool. But then you're really centered in presence. This is like one of those mountain rocks. And you go boom, boom, and that ripple, right? That's the idea of this consciousness, of this fullness of, here's the word of the day. Some of you carry this in your name. Joy that you can feel in every moment. Wave all you joys out there. There's a couple. We have 2 joys in the choir of light. How about that? So you're getting some extra good frequencies when they sing. So as these lovely humans that we are, we go up, we go down, right? We will have emotions. We will have frustrations. We will have total exuberance, giddiness. Oh my gosh, this happened. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. In all of those moments, where's the column of light, right? Because even when the best thing is happening, right, we don't need to grab onto it because that's setting us up for future stress when that thing isn't happening again. So instead of grabbing when that good wonderfulness is happening, we soften, we feel that bliss of what we are, who we are, all that we are. We receive this moment in the bliss that it is, and it is even bigger because we're now relaxed. We're not like, oh, this is so good. Look at me. I'm like clenched and tightened. My butt cheeks are all tight. I can soften and be like, I am here in a completely, in awe, in gratitude, in reverence of the most amazingness that this good moment is. And then in the frustrating moments, in the hard moments. We were in a funeral yesterday in North Georgia. That's a hard moment. There's so much emotion at a funeral. But you can go into that center and you can be from inside that love looking out to the moment that's there. And you see, oh, it's only love. Those tears that the people were experiencing, it's love. The speakers, the beautiful casket, the vibe of this funeral home, right? But it's just all becomes love. And so then, when I'm coming from that column of light inside, that space of divine love that's in me, that is me, and I can see through there, then it all becomes very easily divine. I have more fun here. So back to the topic. You can be truly, deeply happy right now, even in the funeral, even in a traffic jam, because you have permission to have fun, joy. This is my J. Does that look like a J? 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 J. J. I was like, I got a J right here. But yeah, it's my J. Yeah, okay, so there's our J. Joy. It's not working. So in this idea of permission, right? We can give ourselves this permission when we can actually trust it's true, when we can actually believe it. And so, what are we needing to believe in order to give ourselves permission to have joy in any moment, to feel good right now, no matter what? Well, we have to know we're freaking amazing. We are a divine being, right? Now, we know that in this room, but what does it feel like to know? By standing in this line in the bank, I might be affecting the space in a way with my frequency, with the gentleness that's in my heart right now, with this permission I just gave myself to relax and feel good and soften. And so here I am giving myself permission to feel good now, because I am blessing the world this way. This is what we see. This is what we are shown from the higher perspective. You feel good? It's the biggest gift you can give to that frustrated friend with her insurance claim issues, to the bank energy of stress and tightness, to the traffic jam, to the person across the world that you're thinking about in love as you pray for them, to the idea that we are aiming towards peace on this planet. It's a big one. We are aiming there. Trust this, because you know where you are. And you know how many more people like us are out there? We are the majority. We hearts of love. We who know this divinity within. You've got to marvel at all you are. You've got to marvel. You are the one. You can feel that. You are the all. It's two phrases in Sanskrit that are super powerful, and you've heard potentially both of them a lot. One of them is namaste. Heard that one, right? The light in me honors the light in you. Well, let's take it a little deeper, because the truth of that phrase is so deep. The light, what is the light? The God that I am. That light that lives within me, that space, that divine source of all creation is within, flowing within. The light, the God that I am, sees the light and the God that you are. Whoa, that's namaste. We could take it deeper. The consciousness that is all that is, that I am, that is mine, sees the consciousness, the all the isness that you are, right? Ooh, we can take it big. Then the second part, so hum. Try that. So hum. That means I am that I am. What the heck does that mean? I am the all. I am the one consciousness that is. I am the one universal intelligence here. I am so connected to this, that we are one. I am merged with this love. This love is me. I ask this love to be me and move me. So hum. I ask this love to vibrate off my body and touch others. I ask this love to move me in compassionate ways, in ways of embracing and allowing, accepting and being okay. Better yet, being joyous any moment I want to. Choir of Light, will you join me as we feel the experience now of what it is to be the light that we are. Now, this is a repeating song. So, I know a lot of you out there are very much songbirds. And so, please sing along when you feel moved. It's not singing, it's resonating, right? We're feeling a frequency through our beings. And let me just take this a little bigger, because we do this with the Choir of Light a lot. It's not just us that we're singing for. I'm not just singing to make myself feel good. And I'm not just singing to, show you guys I can sing. I'm singing to co-create an activation for this earth, for St. Augustine, for the people walking down the street out there, it's a frequency that's coming off this building. It's bigger than us. So as you are moved, join us. You gotta marvel at all you are. You gotta marvel at all you are. You are the one, you are the all. Namaste, Soham. See all the beauty that you are. Namaste, Soham. You gotta marvel at all you are. You gotta marvel at all you are. You are the one, you are the all. Namaste, Soham. See all the beauty that you are. Namaste, Soham. You gotta marvel at all you are. Don't you know? You gotta marvel at all you are. You are the one, you are the all. Namaste, Soham. See all the beauty that you are. Namaste, Soham. 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 You gotta marvel at all you are. You gotta marvel at all you are. You are the one, you are the all. Namaste, Soham. See all the beauty that you are. Namaste, Soham. You gotta marvel